Ryan,
Right?
you know how earlier you asked me if I was crying at the play?
Yeah, I noticed that.
And you asked me why?
Well, the play was so beautiful. I'm not really surprised that somebody's crying.
Right, but then you asked if it's something else that led up to it.
If there's another reason, I'm here and you can tell me.
I understand that you have to commute back home, so honestly, don't worry about it. It's fine.
If you need to talk about it, just tell me.
You also said you never wanted to talk about it again, so
Girl, just say it.
I think you know.
Let me guess. 4 letters, starts with the letter N, ends with the letter H. Noah?
Well, with how everything ended between me and Noah, I just came to the conclusion that he probably never liked me at all. Or maybe he was pretending to have feelings for me just so he could get sex. Sometimes I question whether this whole situation was even real or not. Or maybe I just wasn't his type.
No, honey.
Because you know, he had this whole thing about girls with dark hair.
No, honey. First of all, Noah is just bad at expressing his feelings. I am basing this off from what he told me. Girl, he liked you. Remember when you were crying and screaming at the GO train like being a dramatic queen? Well, he actually wanted to write you a letter to tell you what he wanted to say. And then he showed me the letter, and I gave him a lot of shit for it. So he tried to rewrite it, and even tried to memorize word for word.
He did?
Yeah. He showed me what he wanted to tell you, and I wanted to slap him.
Why? What'd he say?
Well, I really don't remember anymore. But he apologized to you, right?
Well, no. No one never apologized to me. And before he ghosted me, he kept talking about how he wanted to go back to Chicago and how acting wasn't what he wanted to do with his life.
He told you that?
And I feel so stupid for overreacting over the picture of his ex when I was on the GO train. With me going like, oh, he chose someone else over me, when really he just chose to stay single for a while, right?
There's a little bit of truth in that, but... Okay. So you and Noah, you were together for some months. But he came from a relationship with Roxanne. And she knew that he was coming home, and when he did, they talked things through. And she apologized to him for comparing him to his father. And then, after a lot of crying and begging, she asked for a second chance, and eventually they tried again.
What are you trying to say?
They got back together.
What?
Didn't I tell you that?
What do you mean they got back together? I thought he stayed single to work on himself.
Serena, they got back together again, and then they broke up in the summer. What are you on about? Are you feeling sorry for yourself?
But why would he wait for months to break up with her, only to play with my feelings and screw me over?
She was his high school sweetheart.
You know, I thought he and I were going to end up together, Ryan. He was the one person I was absolutely sure I wanted to be with. He actually meant something to me. But instead, he instilled this false hope within me using all these fake promises.
Serena, how is breaking up with a 4-year relationship going to be better and then jumping to another one? And if he did that, he knew he was just going to use you. So he left you alone because he respected you.
And making me fall in love with him is a sign of respect? He didn't respect me.
I'm so sorry, Serena. This is one of those tricky situations. You caught feelings, he caught feelings, it wasn't the right time. And then he got back together with his ex, they broke up, it wasn't meant to last forever. And now I think he has a new girlfriend.
Like I didn't see that and it bothers me.
Why does it bother you?
Because I still have feelings for him.
Serena, what happened between you two happened a year ago. By now, you should be able to separate the professional from the personal. And now, you should be able to hear his name, like Noah Santiago Rodriguez, without remembering anything.
You know, about that new girl? the one with the fair skin and the dark hair, the one that's his type, doesn't look shit like me. So I saw him with her at the play last semester, and then I went home early, and then I cried myself to sleep. And then the only thought that ran through my head was that I would never be good enough for him.
Girl, you are good enough for him. It just wasn't the right time. You know what? You need to do something for me. Why don't you go up, wash your face, drink water, and then take a nice bath, use your essential oil diffuser, and then buy yourself some flowers and write your name in the sand. Talk to yourself for hours and say things he doesn't understand.
I appreciate that you told me the truth, because no one else would have been willing to do that for me.
People are shit.
Yeah.
You know what happened to me?
What?
The guy that I thought I was going to marry, he broke up with me right after a very bad Hamilton audition.
What? It's
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah. He had such a great time, but still, he chose to close the chapter.
I'm sorry, babes.
Another one bites the dust.
We need to do this more often, just you and me.
Yes, girl, we need more wine and we need to buy ourselves flowers.
Like all this stuff.
Yes, girl, we need to
let's do
drink
it.
wine, party and enjoy
Talk about
life.
how shit men are.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.